I was at the event and I was 30 to 40 feet away and I heard the gunshot go off.
Is it time now? Because I'm fucking ready. Is anybody else fucking ready? Because I am.
Why he deserves to die? You fucking animals!
Hey guys, how are you all doing? It's a girl Cindy. Welcome back again to another video. I trust you guys are having a good time today. Thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. Guys, in today's video, I just want us to please talk about Charlie Kirk. So I'm sure by now we all must have heard about his passing. Charlie Kirk was at an event at Utah Valley University when it happened. TikTok is blowing up. Of course, Twitter is not left out. Like, I literally turned my phone off because I saw the clip. I do not advise anyone to see it. But if you wish to, that's fine. But trust me, I was completely traumatized after seeing that clip. So it was reported that his two kids and his wife were seated in the front row when it happened. Now people started running because, of course, everyone was scared. Charlie was quickly rushed to the hospital, but he later succumbed to his injuries. So the US President Donald Trump confirmed Charlie Kirk's death in a post on Truth Social. Now beside me is the post. You can please pause to read. Now after posting this, he also posted that all American flags throughout the United States be lowered to half until Sunday at 6 p.m. So I just want us to please see some reaction videos. What are people saying? Like I said, TikTok is blowing up. A lot of people are crying, different reactions. I just want us to please have a look at these clips that I have put together. And of course, I would love to know what you all think in the comments. Stay with me, guys. Let's check these videos out.
Hey everyone, I just got word that Charlie Kirk is dead. I was at the event and I was 30 to 40 feet away and I heard the gunshot go off and I was so terrified. Everyone started running. I honestly, I wasn't sure if it was a gunshot in the beginning, but I assumed and I thought that it was likely that it was like a mass shooting or something like that. And I just started running. And all the people around me started running their hardest, and there were people dry heaving and throwing up and crying due to everything because it's fucking scary. And we heard for a bit that he was in critical condition and that he was alive, but he was just pronounced dead recently, according to the Washington Post. It's so fucking scary. It's so scary. And I really just wish the people in the comment section, because I looked at some of the comments of my video. It's so hard for me to deal with. I looked at some of the comments from the video, and they're not worried about my safety, or they're not worried about anyone's safety there. They're trying to justify it. And I just want people to know that Charlie's family, his daughter, is going to live without a dad. His wife is going to live without a husband. And that's not okay, and that's horrible. And no one should be justifying that. And any single person that's in the comment section that is saying that or who does believe that, I want you to unfollow me and unsubscribe to me right now, because there's a clear line of division between us. And I don't support you. And I think what you believe is fucking horrible. And my thoughts and wishes go out to Charlie's family and anyone who was there and traumatized, honestly, how I am. It is honestly genuinely terrifying to have literally someone die within 30 to 40 feet of you that you've interacted with, that you've engaged with. And I don't like Charlie Kirk as a person. I don't like the ideology that he supported, but to say that he should die or that he should be murdered is so crazy. I just don't understand why people can think that's okay. Genuinely, what is wrong with people?
Charlie Kirk is dead. He got shot at an event that he was hosting in Utah. And I am sad, distraught. In fact, I just cried on my live stream in front of 250,000 people. My goal in this video is to tell you why I feel this way. If you want to end gun violence, It is something that you can never celebrate. It is always disgusting, always vile, and always abhorrent. It should come as no shock to yourself when I tell you that I think Charlie Kirk was a bad person. I've made that very clear over the last year, but does that mean I think he deserves to lose his life? No. Does that mean I think his 2 young children, who were in attendance at the event where he was shot, deserve to watch their father die? No. Does that mean I think they deserve to grow up without him? No. Does that mean I think that his wife, who was also there, deserved to lose her husband? No. And honestly, if you answered yes to any of those questions, there's a very clear line drawn between me and you. I don't want your support, and I don't support you either. We as a collective need to end gun violence, and if that phrase is a negotiable for you, I believe that you're in the wrong. My thoughts and prayers go out to Charlie Kirk's friends, family, children, loved ones, as well as every single person in attendance at his event today in Utah.
I know that I have a really small platform here, but I was one of the students who witnessed the Charlie Kirk incident at my university. I did not know if the texts that I was sending to my family and friends were going to be my last. Charlie Kirk at a Turning Point USA event was shot in the neck and is now in critical condition. I am still shaking from the fact that I was 6 feet away from a gunshot who hit someone in the neck. I do not care where we stand politically, if we agree or disagree with him. I wanted to ask him a question, so I was in the question line. He was shot toward the left side, and I was over here, so of course, if anyone had missed, I or other students would have been at risk, anyone in the question line. I was crawling out one of the buildings, basically hoping that there was not going to be a second gunshot, and hoping that I wasn't going to be one of the people who died today. I will literally never forget that day.
With the shooting of Charlie Kirk and his passing, I wanted to come on again and just say that, this is tragic. This has really shaken me up. I don't care if you're left. I don't care if you're right. I don't care about the politics right now. A man lost his life. He's leaving behind 2 little kids, a wife, people that love and care for him. They did not deserve this. They don't deserve this. Charlie Kirk does not deserve this. And I understand people have strong disagreements, but now is not the time. This is heartbreaking. And it's really frustrating to see people online, left, right, middle, whatever, making jokes about it, saying it's justified in some way, which is horrific and I completely condemn, or the right pointing fingers at the left and saying it's you guys that did this. It's like, where's our humanity? Where's our humanity? My thoughts once again go out to Charlie Kirk's family, his wife, his kids, the people around him. It's a sad day in America.
This is such bullshit! I've never been so pissed in my whole life! They just murdered Charlie Kirk right here in Utah! I'm so freaking pissed right now! This is bullshit! I just saw blood squirting out of his neck! I love that guy! He would have been our next president! I am so pissed right now! Why do they always come with fucking violence? Gosh damn it! Use your freaking words as they're talking to you people! Who shot Charlie Kirk? I'm driving down a Provo right now! I'm so pissed! Damn it!
It is worth it to have a cost of, unfortunately, some deaths in the United States so that we can have the Second Amendment. That is a quote by Charlie Kirk. Another thing he said was, I think empathy is a new age term that is causing a lot of damage to our society. Okay, Charlie. You said it. Now, don't get me wrong. I feel deeply for his family. There are people that cared about this man, and their pain is going to be monumental. And I feel for them. I really, really do. But try as I might, I just cannot feel bad about the loss of someone who has spread so much hate and made a career out of trying to take people's rights away. I just can't do it. I tried. I cannot do it. I'm sorry.
Charlie Kirk, age 33, has died. He has succumbed to his injuries from a gunshot wound to the neck while at a speaking engagement in Utah Valley. He leaves behind his young wife, a 3-year-old daughter, and a 1-year-old. He was a simple man. He was a kind man. He was not violent. He just went across the country to speak to people his own age and younger, to talk about ideas, politics. This is devastating. He didn't deserve to die because somebody didn't agree with him. We are sick, and if one motherfucker comes into the comments and says, well, we're about all those school shootings, I don't know you, motherfucker. I don't know you. And you obviously don't know me very well either, because I'm equally outraged. And one motherfucker comes at me with, well, what now? Are you going to listen to gun laws? Let me tell you something, assholes, you liberal motherfucking deranged lunatics. Guns, knives, ropes, cars. They don't kill people. Fucking people kill people. Twisted, manipulated people kill other people. Okay? Because I've had guns for years and they managed to behave themselves. Haven't hurt anybody yet. So don't come at me with your psychobabble bullshit. Because I'm not the one, and today is not the day.
This is definitely a turning point in America, all right. You see what I did there? I don't condone what happened to Charlie Kirk. I have never condoned gun violence. But I'm also not surprised. I am not surprised that a self-proclaimed conservative activist who has promoted hateful, divisive rhetoric for years, somebody who has literally said a few gun deaths a year is worth it to keep the Second Amendment. Somebody who has literally said that empathy is some new age thing that is dangerous. This is a turning point. He will either be a martyr or a miracle. They just announced he was dead, so I'm guessing a martyr for the MAGA bunch. But I don't quite think that this was the turning point he was looking for.
Why he deserves to die, you fucking animals!
Oh, get off your cross. We need the wood. You guys never cared. We all see you gleefully laughing and making merch about alligator Alcatraz while you wanted to throw immigrants and their children and women into those alligator-infested waters. Even talked about having a fucking pay-per-view for it. You guys wanted to put razor wire in the Rio Grande and then throw women and children into that. You target the LGBTQ community while your MAGA Christian nationalists call for the open execution of said communities. We see the dehumanizing laws and we see the atrocities that you commit on children every day in your churches and in your homes and in your government, as you all voted for it. You voted for this. You wanted a fascist Christian nationalist nation. So, and where in history has Christianity ever been good? Give me a year between 390 AD and today, 2025, where Christianity hasn't forced itself onto some part of the world through violent, imperialistic means. Enjoy your 30 pieces of silver for being a Judas to humanity. But you can at least do us a favor and buy a clue. And besides, Charlie didn't want any empathy. Can't you respect his wishes?
I'm already sick of this whole Charlie Kirk was a father. I don't care. Charlie Kirk was an awful human being. Having kids doesn't automatically make you a great guy, okay? Charlie Kirk was a bad person. Now, it doesn't mean that I think he deserves to die or that I ever would have wished him to die, but it doesn't mean he was automatically a good person. See, Charlie Kirk was a racist, a misogynist, transphobic, homophobic, Islamophobic, anti-Semitic piece of shit. And he said all these things with his full chest. His entire adult life, he spent spreading hate and misinformation and pissing people off. And eventually, he pissed someone off so much that they hated him enough to shoot him in the fucking neck. And if you've seen that video of him getting shot, you know how graphic and brutal it is. Well, that's what happens in American schools. Imagine that happening to a kid, because it does. But Charlie Kirk thought that the gun violence in America was worth it, so just they could have guns. He also didn't believe in empathy, so I don't care that he's dead.
As a forensic pathologist, here's what I saw when Charlie Kirk was shot. The gushing blood points to a jugular vein injury. His arms pulling inward is very typical of decorticate posturing, which occurs usually during catastrophic brain damage. At 200 yards with a rifle, which is what would probably cause that, bullets don't just pass through the neck, they would fragment and destroy everything in their path. With that kind of injury, he would have lost consciousness within seconds and survived for less than a minute and probably felt nothing. Law enforcement always finds the shooter, and violence in response to speech is never justified.
I'm a teacher, and until I see the Republican Party give a shit about kids being safe in schools and gun violence in schools and in communities, I don't give a rat's ass about Charlie Kirk being unalive today. I'm sorry. Yes, I do reckon myself to be a damn good person. But Charlie Kirk was taking this country backwards. Now, would I have wished for this to happen? Hell no. But don't ask me to send thoughts and prayers to him and his family when he was promoting hatred and separation and division in this country. I don't give a damn.
So authorities think that the person responsible for Charlie Kirk's attack might have been hiding in plain sight, that he blended in with college-age students. At 11:52 a.m., he arrived on campus and they tracked him through the stairwells up to his location on that roof. Jumped off the building. Are we looking for Spider-Man here? And they did find the weapon in the wooded area in which he fled. So they have that, which could be DNA, which they could use to track down the purchase. They're also analyzing a palm print and an impression from his forearm. And officials are describing him as the type that would just vanish into a crowd of college-age students because he would blend in. He did not confirm that they had a clear photo or clear visuals of the suspect. So if it was clear and they have no idea who it is, why not show it to the public to help identify him? But if it's blurry, why not pretend you have a visual to keep the suspect sweating? This is just leverage in an investigation. Who knows what they actually have and don't have? For all we know, it could be an older man and they are giving this college-age description to make the true suspect more comfortable as they zero in on him. We don't know. So if this is your typical college-aged, radicalized 4chan reading boy, we should see an arrest today. If not, seems like something else might be going on. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that they are closing in on a suspect, or do you think we're being misled and they actually have nothing? Drop your thoughts below.
Maybe it's because I come from a place with consequences, but I ain't shocked by the Charlie Kirk shit at all. Where I'm from, right or wrong, if you do things that negatively impact other people's lives, there's a chance that could cost you your life. Like, say you put hands on your old lady. She goes back to her parents' house, beaten and bloody, and then her little brother sees it, decides he's had enough. He goes over to that house and he puts 3 in your chest. Ultimately, he's dead because the little brother decided to pull the trigger, but we're gonna act like the hillbilly didn't have no part to play in that? Or maybe it's because I'm on the side that has historically had all of the consequences heaped upon them. Like, we're the ones who always get assassinated. Harry T. Moore, Medgar Evers, Huey Long, Harvey Milk, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Fred Hampton, the list goes on. None of them wanted to die. And to be sure, they died because someone came and pulled the trigger. They didn't make that decision. But we're gonna act like that decision wasn't visited upon them because they decided to challenge the status quo, because they decided to negatively impact the ruling class? Now I've got a situation where I have an individual who has spent the last decade trying to strip the humanity away from everybody that he deemed lesser out here impacting the lives of thousands, if not millions of people negatively, and I'm supposed to pretend like there are going to be no consequences again whenever you do the type of things that impact. You don't know how you're impacting people's lives. You have no idea what your words or how they will affect somebody. We recognize this as leftists. I understand there's going to be people who don't like the shit that I have to say. It's cops right now who would love to put me in a bag. I get that. I go do it anyway because I believe that what I'm talking is worth dying for. I hope that Charlie Kirk feels the same, because whenever you get out here and you do the type of things that impact people negatively, you need to expect that those people you negatively impact are going to come visit consequences upon you. For right or wrong, it doesn't matter. In my world, that's the reality, and you should expect that it's going to come whether it does or not. I expect my retribution to come for the ruling class. Charlie Kirk is going to have to look out for it from every minority group that he's ever demonized. Moral of the story is, if you're going to be out here trying to impact people's lives negatively, you better believe in what the fuck it is you're fighting for. As always, bro, I appreciate y'all taking the time. Much love. Y'all have a good one.
Charlie Kirk was morally bankrupt and one of the biggest threats to our country. We must not lose sight of that now. Charlie Kirk poisoned the minds of our young students as he and his Turning Point program toured college campuses, spreading lies and hateful rhetoric. Charlie Kirk did not care about LGBTQIA plus community. He did not care about people of color. He did not care about violence. He did not care about genocide in Palestine. He did not care. What he cared about was creating the next line of MAGA men and women, especially men. He was part of that alt-right red pill movement that is going to absolutely continue to crush this country. Of course, people like Stephen Miller, J.D. Vance, Donald Trump, they're doing their part, but they are not tuned in to the youth. Charlie Kirk had a straight line, a absolute tap in to our youth, and was using it to absolutely corrupt their minds, twist their views of the world, and create MAGAs going forward. Long after Donald Trump is gone from this earth, he was looking to make MAGA a kingdom that would last forever. He was an absolute incredible threat to this country. In life or in death, that is not an act that can be absolved easily, if ever. What he did and how he affected this country and the minds of young, impressionable people going forward did so much damage. Just keep in mind as you scroll through all the Charlie Kirk posts today, that man didn't give a damn about you, and he lived his life to do harm to this country.
Is it time now? Because I'm fucking ready. Is anybody else fucking ready? Because I am. Charlie Kirk, are you fucking kidding me? Oh, I'm shaking. I'm so mad. A liberal leftist shot Charlie Kirk in the neck at his event today in Utah. His status is unknown. Nobody knows if he's okay. Is it time? Because let's go. Let's fucking go. I am so done with the deranged people on the left trying their hardest to get rid of the people who are speaking the truth. That man has a family. He has young children. He has a wife who loves him. I don't give a fuck what you disagree with him on. Violence is not the answer. He has dedicated his life to educating college students, and this is how he's repaid. I am saying a prayer right now for him and for his family. Please, please, let him be okay. Jesus, let him be okay.
So I took some screenshots of comments randomly so you guys can see what other people said about Charlie's passing. You can please pause to read, but I'm gonna read out some for you. Now remember, this is a reaction video, to these videos that we just watched, basically, so you guys can see, especially to those that are not on TikTok. I do not want you all to be left out, so you guys can see what people are saying, in regards to Charlie's passing. So here is a quick update, because at this point I was editing this video when this news came up, so I thought to share. FBI releases images of a person of interest in the Charlie Kirk shooting and offers $100,000 reward for information. And also the Pew Pew man is still at large, but a high-powered rifle has been found in nearby woods, as well as footwear impression and a forearm imprint. So let's take a look at few comments right here. This person says, I don't understand why his death is national news. They are acting like a former US president died or something. He was just a regular guy. Nothing was special about him. And the second comment says, I don't support what happened to Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk supported what happened to Charlie Kirk. He said some casualties had to happen. And look, he became an example of his own hate. He told the world that empathy is a term we shouldn't use because it's weakening. So I won't feel it for someone who wouldn't feel that for me, or the kids getting their heads blown off. And like I told you, Twitter also is not left out. Like, people are reacting, about this news on Twitter as well. And of course, I took some screenshots. Let's just see what Twitter is saying. Now, this person says his words have been fulfilled. Now he should blame his government for their gun policy. You can pause to read. And the other comment, Shen says, totally disagree with him, but also doesn't mean he deserves to be shot and fighting for his life. I just thought to bring these videos here so you guys can see what other people said. This is a trending news, like making headlines. And I also heard and read that there was a school shooting. Let me know in the comment section if I'm wrong. People are asking, why are people not reacting or talking about the school shooting? But anyways, let me know what you all think in the comments. Again, I just thought to bring these videos here, and thank you so much for watching. I am sending out my thoughts and prayers to Charlie's family, and do not forget to share this video, like and subscribe, and of course I'm gonna see you all in my next video. Y'all have a lovely day. Bye.